What's up, guys? My name is Nick, and you are watching the ROK Weekly Music Review. Of course, this is a weekly series show podcast style thing that I do every single week. I'm definitely trying and obviously failing to upload these on every single Sunday, but we will make progress. I will say that for a fact. Before we get this started, I just want to share with you guys, if you don't know already, of course, I do weekly live streams. I try and do weekly live streams every single Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. I did one last night because I postponed the one on Saturday postponed the one on Saturday night to Sunday night because I was just dead tired. And it was awesome. We're having a lot of fun. We're talking about some good things. We were talking about some content strategy and stuff like that you guys might that people might be interested in seeing on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that. Just how I can increase my, make my social media game better and stronger. And of course, how I can just get everything together on YouTube. So we got a bunch of good ideas. And of course, we talked about, we just had some just fun interaction, and that is great. So the next one, of course, coming up on this Saturday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you want to be notified as soon as I hit that go live button, then turn on notifications. It's that little bell down by the description box right next to my username. Click that, and then you select turn on receive all notifications or whatever, and when I go live, it will send you a notification, and then to watch. So let's with that being said, let's get right into the show. And this one's going to be a little short. I don't have all of the topics and stuff like that, or the segments that I want, what I would like to. I didn't put in as much work as I needed to this week, so I am sorry about that. But we're going to start with the topic of the week. I was kind of debating on whether or not I would call this the flop of the week, but the topic of the week is what it is, because calling it a flop is a little mean. Actually, it doesn't really deserve to be called a flop. But we're continuing on with what seems to be a weekly series where I poke on Girls' Generation fans, because apparently whatever I'm saying is annoying and some people might say problematic. But we got this comment which somebody left on last week's review video, where they basically said hey, after seeing your reactions to some Girls' Generation songs, I kind of get your point. What I was saying about what I was making about the point that I was making in that video, but you and your channel are kind of annoying about Girls' Generation. And first off, I want to say, don't tell me that I'm being annoying by voicing my opinions and stuff, because I enjoy being annoying to an extent. I used to back when I was younger. I don't do it anymore so much. Well, one, because he doesn't live with me anymore, but I would poke on my brother just to get him annoyed and irritated and mad. I kind of just do, to an extent, from time to time, enjoy poking on people and irritating them slightly. And so don't say that I'm annoying you, because you're giving me the reason, you're giving me enjoyment and satisfaction out of it. And also, that's the reason why I'm talking about your comments today, is because you said that what I say is annoying. So that's that. And they got some parentheses about telling me, don't tell me to go away, which I'm not going to tell you to go away, because it's your right. You're fully free and to voice whatever you want to say in my comments, as long as you say it in a respectful manner, in which they did. So their comment remains. I didn't reply to it because I'm replying to it right now. With the comments, that we basically said that the titles of my videos, hurt their eyes. Do I like or do I dislike SNSD? Should I SNSD disband? What a title. Whoa, what's wrong with actually discussing those topics? Because I think that, after being on hiatus for the last year, I think that discussing whether or not Girls' Generation should disband is actually something that is, shouldn't be offensive or troublesome to you to hear that someone might actually be wanting to discuss whether, what the pluses, what the pros and cons of that would be, whether they're at the point in their career where it is, or whether their career is stalled at this point, so maybe they should. I don't specifically know. We were having a discussion about it. I wasn't being offensive. I was just talking about it, and of course I was regarding do I dislike Girls' Generation. I was again talking about that in relation to a topic. And then the final sentence of their comment, which is the thing that I want to talk about, and it just applies to like everybody, that every aspect of your life, whether it's K-pop or people that you'll deal with on a day-to-day basis, people that you know in real life. And the last sentence of this comment is, please respect SNSD who got you call those songs K-pop. Cool. I'm assuming that English is not your first language, because that's not even really, that's just a random jumble of words, to be completely honest, as far as like when I'm seeing it. But I get what you're saying. They're saying like, please show, Girls' Generation some respect, because they are the group that made K-pop. They are the ones that have brought you K-pop. And to that I have to say, like, just because my general opinion on the group outside of, 3 or 4 songs is that I'm not a big fan of their music. I don't like their music so much. It doesn't mean that I don't respect them. The two are exclusive. They are not the same. I can like somebody, or I can dislike somebody and not, and I can dislike somebody or something, a group, whoever the hell, and also have respect for them at the same time. Like, I do appreciate and I recognize and I have respect for Girls' Generation as a status in the K-pop, world. What they have done, I show that, I acknowledge that, I appreciate it, I will not downplay it. But that does not mean that I have got to say that I like their music or that I think that their music is good, right? Just because it is popular, just because you like it, just because a billion other people like it, doesn't mean that I like it, doesn't mean that the respect and enjoyment of music is completely different. I haven't really ever said anything about the group in a disrespectful way, right? That's not what my channel is about. So I don't understand what the point is, but I do think that what is happening here is a confusion or a kind of misrepresentation here of, you do not like this group, or you do not like this song, you do not enjoy this group's music, so ergo you do not respect them, right? And like I said, it's not how it works. I can, not like, Girls' Generation. I could not like Big Bang. I could not like any other group in K-pop, but still have some respect for their accomplishments and all of that. I don't particularly have a huge enjoyment of 21 either, but I do respect their status in K-pop, right? Because they are one of the biggest groups, or they were, I should say, because they're not around anymore, but they've achieved that status, and it would be foolish of me to, not acknowledge that and respect that, regardless of whether I enjoy the music or not, right? So it's a thing that people need to understand, is that me voicing my something that I do not like about a song or a group is not me being disrespectful. And me also doing the same thing, which is comments I've gotten plenty of times in the past, is when I say I don't like this specific part of the song, I don't like this song for X reason, it doesn't make me rude, right? Stop saying that I'm being rude, because I am not. As I was saying before, my memory card not rudely, that's not really a thing, but unkindly, it inconvenienced me by filling up. So my memory card, my SD card, this was full, and it interrupted me mid-sentence. But me saying I don't like a song and giving you reasons why is not me being rude. So there's that. Just like, people need to understand and kind of like put in some thought here and realize that not enjoying something is not disrespecting a group or a person. Not enjoying the music is not being rude. It's just none of those things. It's not liking something, and I'm allowed to not like something just as like you are allowed to like something or not like whatever it is that you don't like. So that's all. And it just keep giving me these comments. Keep leaving comments that keep opening up, issues and things that I would like to talk about and stuff like that, because I like it. It's fun, especially when it gets you guys irritated. I really, really do enjoy that, to an extent. So that's why we do this weekly, because if I did this every single day, I would go crazy. But at the same time, on a weekly basis, once, to a couple comments, it's cool. We can reply and, just say just the general mentality that I feel and I don't particularly appreciate. So, that's it for the topic of the week. That's that. Sorry that we got interrupted. Memory card was full. I didn't do all of the checks and all that stuff that I should have to make sure that there was plenty of room on it. So my bad. So we're moving on into the segments here where we talk about the new releases from the week that I covered. We've got, I think that this is correct. It should be correct. We have got a song, right? SF9 and their song Roar. Hopefully this is correct, because if it's not, oh Jesus. But yeah, so SF9 bringing us another, yeah, this is correct. Okay, SF9 bringing us another, you know, intense kind of song that like they debuted with, which is awesome. Overall, of course, the song is actually very much different from Fanfare, and I personally think that Roar is better. Not to mention the album is also really, really good, and the arrangement of tracks is, you know, new and unique to K-pop, so that's awesome. Day 6 has You Were Beautiful, the second part of their, I guess, year-long promotions where they're going to release a song every single year. That song is super, super emotional, and I definitely talked about in that video how much I could actually feel that, you know, they legitimately felt what they were singing about, so that was really awesome. Block B with Yesterday, bringing a total different kind of genre to the K-pop music with a little bit of alternative rock or pop punk. It's not my favorite BTS, or I should say Block B song ever, but it's nice. It's a nice song, but ultimately I kind of think it gets boring pretty quickly. So, you know, it's nice to listen to every once in a while. You know, it's a nice, relaxing, kind of cool song, but other than that, I'm not a huge fan of it. We got a song from Jung Jun Young called Me and You, another kind of ballad vocally based song, which is, again, different from the normal sort of rock songs that I would identify him with most frequently, which is nice to see something different. I appreciate that. And, you know, once again, it's, as always, whenever he does these, it's just a perfect place to highlight and showcase his unique voice. And we're finishing off with a song from Cross Gene called Black or White. And the music video is, like, without a doubt, the most, like, graphic K-pop video that I've ever seen, probably ever has been released. Even though I had somebody in my comment section say, have you seen Vic's Voodoo Doll? And I was like, yes, I have seen Vic's Voodoo Doll. That was a song that actually got me into Vic's. And no, Voodoo Doll is not more graphic and disturbing than this music video. No argument, it is not. Other than the first scene, there is nothing that is disturbing in that music video. But it's another super, super awesome song from them on the level of their song Play With Me, which if you have not heard that song, you need to listen to it. It is great. And I need to see this song with some choreography, because, you know, similar to Play With Me, I think that the, you know, some choreography that goes with the different parts of the music is really, really going to sell it, because the choreography in Play With Me was spectacular and actually, you know, really kind of enhanced the, you know, impact and how memorable that song was on my mind. So there we go. That's just a quick rundown of some of the stuff that I covered over the last week. Of course, we still, because I didn't actually add these to my list before I started this, but we got NCT Dream with My First and Last. You know, they're continuing on with the sort of visual style and that they got, where they all, in the music video, they all had a crush on the teacher, but she's a mom. So I guess, I don't know, whatever, that's an interesting thing. But the song is actually really good. It was you know, much more enjoyable for me than their debut song, because their debut song was like too much bubblegum kind of pop, but this one is much nicer. And then we also got the debut song from a girl group called HUB. I ended up doing a reaction video to their pre-debut song, naming it their song that they, I guess, have debuted with on the 9th, and then performed on M Countdown as their first debut stage. And they actually did a full video for like the actual release, because I released a dance practice version of it. And like, they're good. They're not like, of course, they're not like the best. They're, of course, you know, working on a small budget. They're from a small company. They just don't have a spectacular amount of money. And in fact, somebody who commented on one of the videos kind of just gave me a rundown of everything that the company has tried to do and ultimately failed. So it was interesting hearing the kind of the history of that, which, yeah, so that is interesting. But the group isn't bad. They're bringing a little bit another badass sound and just style to K-pop, which is different. I think it's kind of needed to give a little bit of diversity or a little break from the cute girl group styles. And I mean, they're I think that if they manage to release another song, that we'll see some pretty big improvements between Girl Gang, which is their most recent song, and the next one that they're going to come out with. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, moving on, finished with that segment, even though I didn't write, actually, we're not finished with that segment because I also covered Beats Win and their song Don't Leave, which was a ballad song, and it was good. That's really all I gotta say. I don't know, ballad songs don't particularly, move me to a massive amount. It's rare for me to just rave about a ballad song, even though I do like them pretty strongly from time to time. It kind of depends. Anyway, so now officially the new release or the new release recap and all that stuff is finished. So now we're moving on to the final segment of this week's show, which is going to be the release radar, which we're talking about upcoming releases, things that I have seen in the news over the last week as to new music that is coming up, as far as like rumors and confirmed stuff. So we're kicking it off with Brave Girls. They're supposed to be making a comeback on March 7th, which is going to be interesting to see because I know that their song, was it Deepened or something like that, a year or two ago, was really, really, really good. Like, it was low key, really good, and then they kind of like fell off after that, which was kind of disappointing to me. So I'm interested to see how they come back after that. Big Bang is supposed to be releasing a Japanese mini album on April 12th, so that's interesting. I'm not into the Japanese music. I can't really cover it on my channel for copyright reasons, so I just really don't pay any attention to it. But hey, Big Bang music, people who like Big Bang are going to be stoked for that. Lovelyz is coming back on February 27th. That's actually, I think that's pretty much confirmed. That should be next week or 2 weeks from now, something like that. So that's cool. I'm looking forward to that. GFriend on the second week, in the second week of March. I haven't seen a specific date for that. That's exciting. GFriend is great. I'm really interested to see kind of like what they're coming up with, because they're kind of slowly, I think, evolving. But this is, of course, I think their this is their fourth release. And, normally, as I kind of have noticed, and I personally enjoy, is that groups like to go, 3 releases before making a little bit of a change, a little bit of an adjustment. So, maybe this is the point, this is the comeback where GFriend kind of changes up their formula a little bit and gives us something that's maybe a little bit different, and hopefully it is something that is good. We got I think a boy group, Rookie, a boy group, maybe not Rookies specifically, but Vincent, who is supposed to be coming out sometime the end of February. I don't have a specific date for that, unfortunately, which is cool. Looking forward to that one as well. I look forward to all the releases. I don't care what the group is, who they are, but that's going to happen. Astro is confirmed a date for a special album titled Winter Dream, which is going to be released on February 22nd. So that's like 10 days from now, 9 days from now, so next week sometime. Rain is, he just released stuff, something at the beginning of the year, I do believe. I guess he's going to be making a comeback in March. So interesting thing about Rain is his the song that he released, was it in the beginning of January or was it the end of December? I think it was the beginning of January. I think it was January 1st, actually. He released a song, and then he released a different music video version of that song in the middle of February, and is going to be making a comeback potentially in March. So he'll have released and basically just put his name out there in the first 3 months, once every 3 months, for the first 3 months of the year. Interesting, right? That's a thing. And then, his name is going to be at the forefront of everybody's mind. So, for the first, not quarter, well, yeah, quarter of the year, I think quarter of the year, he'll have his name out there, and people will be thinking about it and discussing it. So that is cool. And then finally, the last thing that I got on my radar is N Flying. They've got a brand new album. They got a brand new member added to the group because FNC felt that they needed it and they weren't getting enough support as a 4-member band group. They're producing that stuff, but they've got no date. They've got just basically nothing. We just heard that they're producing their newest album after being away for a year. So I'm really excited to see that and see how that comes out. I don't specifically think, or even, I don't really think that they needed another member, but FNC decided that was the way to go, and so they are. And so that's going to be that. So that's all that I've got. That's all the segments that I got written out and I got prepared, more or less, because obviously I didn't have my new release roundup particularly well prepared, but my bad. Anyway, that is going to be that. I want to know, I got a question. We'll leave a poll up on the little card up here that you can click on, I guess. Well, maybe we won't. I don't know. That sounds like work. I don't want to do any more work. I'm doing plenty of work. I'm kidding, kind of, but like, I don't think that the poll is necessary. And we could just leave it all in the comments, though. Of course, your whatever comeback that you're looking forward to most that's coming up. And if I missed anything that's coming up in the next 2 months or so, again, leave it down in the comments below, and I very well might just work it into next week's video or next week's episode if it is still relevant, if you haven't passed the date. So that is gonna be it for this one, for the review for this week. Hopefully you made it all the way to the end. If you did, I super duper appreciate that. Hit that like button to show me that you made it all the way to the end. And if you are not subscribed and you made it all the way to the end of this video, maybe you should subscribe because you clearly like what I have to say, or at least like hearing me talk. So you can hear me talk more if you hit the subscribe button so you can stay updated with all of my future uploads. So that is going to be it for this weekly review. As always, I want to thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.